Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the Crow. Here before you is the first left-spinning Beyblade, the Cobalt Dragoon. And what a badass name. Obviously, not much different than Cobalt Drake, but Dragoon is pretty awesome. Now, something you'll notice with the box art is that it is going to be a black background instead of the traditional white background that Tokutomi has been doing previously. So definitely a little bit interesting that they're shifting to, I think this is like the more Hasbro style, even though like Hasbro has the blades, you know, actually showing outside the box, but they also have the black kind of background. So definitely interesting they're going with that route with this particular Beyblade. I don't know if that's going to be the style moving forward. I really haven't seen a lot of the like the Phoenix rudder and everything, the box art for those. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be their idea moving forward. Now, as you know, it is BX-34. It is going to be a 260 Cyclone, which is a pretty badass name for a bit. I wonder if we're going to get a Joker anytime soon. Now, just taking a look at the backside, you see Crom, he is the one that actually uses this Beyblade. A lot of people say this is a variant of the Drake, but wouldn't this be like an evolution? I'm not really too sure how the terminology really differs. Variant usually means that it's just a separate Beyblade. Evolution means it's an upgrade to a previous Beyblade. So I don't know if this is essentially an upgrade to the Drake. I don't really follow the story anymore. Like I mentioned, just kind of got bored with it. Maybe one day I'll pick it up again. You know, who knows? But yeah, whether it's a variant or an upgrade or evolution, you know, it's definitely his Beyblade. Now for the blade, you see that it is going to have a massive attack stat. It is going to be less spinning, and I'm pretty sure that this means it has more of like countering hits with its protrusions. I haven't really translated it, but you know, just from what little Japanese I know, I think that's probably what it means. Here you're going to have the 260. I'm very interested in this ratchet. Just want to see how well it's going to do. You are going to have the protrusions kind of curved in a way that complements the curves on the blade. And then here you're going to have the Cyclone bit, which is definitely going to be attack focused. It is going to have high burst resistance, namely because of that, you know, thick the shaft over here. So because of that burst resistance, you can go all out with this bay and not really be scared of bursting. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of tilt launches, just that way I could try and hit the opponent's ratchet as much as I possibly can. But yeah, this is man, this is going to be a crazy bit, and the way that it's shaped, it seems like it's made to catch onto the railing more because of its shape for the left spins. So I don't know if this is actually going to really work on the right spin. I mean, we'll test it out in the future, but yeah, as of right now, it just seems like this is predominantly a left spin bit. Now let's go ahead and bust this open. Now something to be sure to do is scan the QR code, so that way we can go ahead and have this reflected in our app and get all those delicious points. So there it is, BX-34. Yep, and should be getting all them delicious points. And the perk behind this, look at that, 2321, you're gonna get an extra 100. And the perk behind this is soon, like I already got 23,000. Yeah, I don't know where the information is. Yeah, can't figure out where the information is. But yeah, pretty soon we're going to be getting the Aero Pegasus, and that is going to be pretty amazing. Yep, so like I mentioned, the Aero Pegasus will be coming to the app and replacing, well, as of right now, I don't think it's replacing the Cobalt Drake. No, actually, yeah, it is. It's replacing the Cobalt Drake in July, but if you did get the Cobalt Drake code, you can still redeem it up until, I think, November. In November, they're cutting off the codes, but yeah, it should be taken out after July 30th. So if you have not pulled the Cobalt Drake and you have points, I would probably start pulling now. But if you're like, you know what, I'll get the Cobalt Drake in the aftermarket, that's fine too. And we already know what these are going to be. This is going to be the Sphinx. Actually, I forgot what this one is. I don't know if that's the Wyvern. That might be the Wyvern. And then it's going to be the Phoenix Rudder. So, yeah, it's basically just saying new set coming out, something like that. And then 8/10 is going to be the release date. So, not, you know, it's pretty mid-August, a little bit earlier in the mid. So, pretty excited that we're going to be getting this more relatively soon than having to wait to the end of August in order to get the new Phoenix. Alright, so before we actually get into the blade, I wanted to take a look at the left style launcher. And it's definitely a little bit different. Obviously, the light blue is super beautiful. I absolutely love it. But it seems like it has a different shape. Let me probably do it like this. It has a tiny bit of a different shape and aesthetic than the right side. You know, this part right here, this little bit is not existing. But for the most part, it seems like everything else. Actually, the handle itself is different too. If you're noticing, this has this little bit part right here. This one doesn't. Seems to be the same size though. But yeah, then you obviously gonna have the L at the end of this. That way, if you really need to know which one is the left, which one is the right spin, then it's gonna tell you. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's still close to being the same. Alright, and here is the new Dragoon blade in all of its glory. I absolutely love it. Yeah, the red, the light blue. Yeah, this looks fantastic. I'm loving the color. The kind of, it looks like, yeah, it's kind of like a metallic, not metallic, but if you know like Gunpla, they have that kind of like metallic infused plastic. That's kind of like what this looks like. Looks really, really good though. Like this actually like looks really premium. Something that you would get in a rare bay style. But yeah, I'm really loving this. I think this is a fantastic motif. I mean, I'm really big into dragons in general, so having that dragon you know, motif is just, you know, icing on the cake. One thing I did notice, and I heard other people say, is that there's, for the new bays at least, there's like this wax style coating, or like a type of coating that's on the blade, and it really feels that way. Like it feels like super, super smooth, and doesn't like feel like metal. It just feels like there's something definitely coated onto this. And I've noticed one thing. Now I've been shining my Beyblades recently, just that way they can get a little bit more pretty on the shelf. But this is obviously the drawn sword, and I don't think there was any coating on these first releases, because I just got an instant shine, and this is pretty much the metal. Like it, when you feel it, you feel like the grain of the metal and everything. Like this is 100% metal, and I was able to shine it. Looks really, really good. But for my wizard rod, you can see it's not as shiny, even though I did the same application, and I probably polished this one even longer than I did this one. But what you can see is that in certain, like in the light, you could see the metal underneath. So there is a coating. So when I did shine this, certain aspects of it did shine a little bit harder, and I think that's because there is a coating on these new Beyblades. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and bring that up. Now obviously whenever the Beyblade is going to be spinning to the left, and the way like these protrusions are shaped, it looks like whenever it's going to be hitting the opposing Beyblade, it's going to be making some massive knockbacks to the opposing Beyblade. And I think, I'm hoping that I have a very, very high 37 gram, hopefully a 38 gram Beyblade, because man, this hitting with like a lot of weight behind it is going to do massive damage, especially if it's hitting on the ratchet. I mean, this thing's going to be doing some instant bursts, I would say quite often. But there's a lot of spacing and like huge gaps in between here, and I wonder if that's like helping for shock absorption, maybe. I'm not too familiar with this, but yeah, there's like a couple of gaps. 1, 2, 3, 2 big gaps right here, but yeah, there's another little gap right there. So I'm wondering if that is going to be for the shock absorption. Let's go ahead and see exactly how much it is going to weigh. 38. Now I'm wondering if it's rounding up, but yeah, this. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the ratchet. yeah, this is just great looking. I love it. Like we mentioned, the protrusions, they are kind of shaped in a way. I'll just kind of like throw it on here real quick. But they're shaped in a way so that way when it's spinning, it's kind of like going with it in a way. So yeah, definitely going to be, I'll say, more relatively a left ratchet. But I mean, we can try and put this on a right spin, see how well it does. I'm actually not too sure. We can go ahead and do it right now. Alright, so since I have the drawing sword with me, I just wanted to test and see if this is actually going to apply to a right spin, which, looking at the shape of this, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be able to apply. Yeah, look. So yeah, you can't actually put this on a right spin. So yeah, 100% is going to be a left spin style bay. Yeah. Now taking a look at the bits, this is actually very, very wonderful because it is more aggressive, and that's pretty much what you want to ask for when it comes to the attack style bays. You want that aggressiveness, so it is designed to catch onto the railing much easier for the left spinning bays. It is, you know, flat oriented, so it is going to have a flat tip. But yeah, the design of it makes it to where it's going to be catching onto that X railing and just accelerate super fast, and hopefully hitting with that massive 38-gram blade. And oh god, it's going to be some wonderful, wonderful hits I can see in the foreseeable future. Now over here, obviously, we mentioned it has a lot of burst resistance because it is going to be an attack type. So yeah, it's yours should not be bursting unless you're going up against like maybe another aggressive attack type and they hit your ratchet and just, you know, make you burst. But yeah, if you're going against like defense and stamina types, you should not be bursting, and if you are, you just got really unlucky and your blade was just way too curved, or maybe it's the height is just too high. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have to say about this. Let's go ahead and assemble it. Alright, and here it is all assembled, just looking absolutely glorious. So yeah, I pretty much am eager right now to go ahead and test it out in the stadium. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and see how well it's going to be doing in the stadium. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it on here, see how well it does. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. It's honestly like pretty amazing, to be honest. Like the fact that we're already in the left spin era, yeah, digging it a lot. I want to try and do just more of a tilted. This has been my style and it's worked pretty well. So let's go ahead and see. So obviously doing it that way, not really going to catch the rail. Do it again. And one last one. I've been testing more of a kind of weird inward. So let's see. So that one's a little bit more weird, but yeah, I kind of dig it. Alright, so for the first battle, we're going to go against what I consider the meta, basically rod 960 on ball. So let's go ahead and see. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Ooh, wow! Massive hit, knocked it to the stadium, the top. But yeah, I don't think that was actually enough to beat the rod. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! I'm loving the Cyclone. It is absolutely bonkers. Yeah. There we go. There we go. I think Rod's still gonna get it. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, no. Definitely got it. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Come on. No. Definitely is not getting it. It's getting a lot of hits, but yeah. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Yeah, I see it somewhat hitting that ratchet, or at least the lower part of the blade, but it's just not enough to get that burst. Oh! I think the rod actually got that one. Next we'll go up against the drawn sword. Basically just a 360 flat, pretty standard. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Three, two, one, go shoot! Some good hits right there. Bam, got it. Next, let's try going up against the Drawn Buster. Basically, going to be on a 160 and on the Unite bit. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Ooh, look at those hits. Which one's gonna take it though? Oh, definitely got it. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! And that is crazy. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Alright, so I think just the Drawn Buster on Unite was just really overpowering, but yeah, I mean, you can't really take the... So yeah, the Drawn Buster was definitely overpowering, but one thing to note is take all this with a grain of salt because of the fact that I'm using two, bays in one hand. Obviously, my stance and everything is just not going to be the same as if I was doing it in a tournament setting with, one actual launcher. So yeah, but man, the Buster's actually extremely powerful, but I think the Dragoon was definitely holding its own. And so the last battle I want to do is going to be up against the Phoenix Wing. This one's going to be on a 560 rush, so definitely heavy attack type versus attack type. So yeah, let's see which one is going to be the victor. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Ooh, immediately to the pocket. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Ooh, almost had in the extreme finish. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Oh, some heavy hits already. Which one is it gonna be though? Oh, no, is Dragoon gonna fall? Oh, which one is it? And definitely Dragoon fell. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! And the Dragoon easily overpowered the Phoenix, and that was a pretty crazy battle. So yeah, really just loving the performance so far. So for my final thoughts on the new Cobalt Dragoon, honestly guys, this is a fantastic Beyblade, and it's really crazy that we're now 1 year later in a little bit of a meta shift overall. I mean, we have the UX line, and that Wizard Rod just completely it's just dominating the current meta. Now we have a left spinning Dragoon. Obviously, we don't really know much about it because it just came out pretty much all around Japan today, a couple places yesterday. So what we know is just from the promotional stuff from the actual Beyblade website and the YouTube. So I don't know, man. This could be a crazy shift in the meta. I see almost every single person running this in their deck, honestly. I think even if it's not meta, it's very unique. So we'll definitely see where it's going to line up when it comes to the bigger tournaments, like the G2s, the Grand Prix, the G1. So I don't know if it's going to be as prominent there. I think a lot of people might be taking more risk if they run this now in Osaka, because Osaka's happening, I think, at the end or mid of July. So a little bit of a risk to run this in favor of, Cobalt Drake, or if you're running maybe Buster, because obviously everyone knows Wizard Rod and Phoenix is pretty much staples in your deck. So that third option, I would be comfortable running this just because it's so unique, and I feel it's not as much of a risk. But some people, hey, whenever you get to those finals, that top 8, whenever it's actually like 3-on-3, that's when this really could make or break the entire match. So definitely curious to see how it's going to be performing. I think this is going to be a must-have right now. But if you don't get this one and you somehow have like the best luck in the world, there is the promotional one that's coming out that basically like a limited edition. It's going to have the like red and black painted coat, and basically it's going to be limited to 100 people via Koro. Or you can go to the Tokyo Toy Fest and you can buy it over there, but you need a ticket, you need to go to Tokyo, and you need another ticket in order to get this, and it's 2,600 yen. So yeah, good luck trying to get that that nice premium one, but I'm gonna try because I'm just crazy and I have money to just go ahead and throw away at Beyblades. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, stay tuned for a lot of good Beyblade content coming up on the channel relatively quickly. So tomorrow I'll have some good stuff, and then pretty much all throughout next week having a lot of good just like coverage, and we'll be doing a more attack style oriented coverage on the Cobalt Dragoon just to see how it performs with different tips. But that's it for me, guys. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.